It's day, 11, 12 maybe, of the Johnny Depp trial. Mm-hmm. And every day we're learning something so interesting about the two. And hearing from very personal friends and people who know Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, the latest, Johnny Depp's bodyguard, a man by the name of Malcolm Connolly, was asked whether he recalled Johnny Depp trying to, and I'm quoting here, urinate in the foyer on his watch.
When you arrived at the house and went in, was it just Mr. Depp and Amber Heard?
Just Mr. Depp and Amber Heard.
And when you arrived at the house, you could hear a ruckus, correct?
Yes.
Then you went in the house and saw Mr. Depp in the foyer, correct?
Yes, correct.
And Mr. Depp was trying to urinate in the foyer, wasn't he?
No.
Mr.
No.
And then I just like how they have anyone can come in to watch.
Yeah. Oh, have you seen? You've seen the people who come in, right?
I've seen some. It's like Walmart exploded in there.
For real.
Yeah.
I think to myself, maybe you should take things out of your hair, or like, did you see that one
Take a
woman?
bath.
She had like these sunglasses, but then some sort of, it wasn't a hat, but it was something else that was on her head, and I just thought, you couldn't fix that before you came in?
You're doing me on national TV?
People in tie-dye T-shirts.
I've seen the tie-dye T-shirt
Yeah.
people. I'm like, what is up with that?
Mr. Depp had his penis out of his pants, didn't he?
I think I would remember
Relevance.
seeing Mr. Depp penis.
He said he think he would remember it if he saw his penis.
Yeah.
All right, and
Yes.
then the man continues testifying about Johnny Depp. You said he was his bodyguard?
Yeah, his bodyguard. His name is Malcolm Connolly, and basically he's being asked about the alleged alcohol and substance abuse.
Have you ever seen Mr. Depp use any drugs?
Yes, I've seen him smoke marijuana. I had my suspicions. I have my suspicions that when he goes off to the bathroom, he probably does a bit of cocaine. I've never seen him do it. As Mr. Depp would never do a line or anything of cocaine in front of me, or Jerry Judge, or Sean Bett, or anybody. Johnny Depp would never compromise my license, my position, and embarrass me like that. It wouldn't happen. So, to answer to your question, I've seen him smoke weed.
I don't know how old his bodyguard is, but he sounds old. Is he not?
I think his accent
He just has an old voice. Maybe,
yeah, but also
I feel like he's like 80 years old, and that's your bodyguard. I don't know. He might be 30. I don't know. He just sounds old.
Let me Google him because I haven't
right.
seen him. But I will say one thing. I really do believe him. I believe the bodyguard because I think that he's older, but maybe he worked with him a couple years ago.
Maybe he's really good with guns or
I'm
something.
Sure. I don't know.
He ain't fighting anybody.
He knows him. He knows him well.
Yeah.
But I do believe that Johnny Depp probably. I mean, I don't want to say he's a professional drug user because that sounds bad, but I do think that there are different levels of drug users, if that makes sense. Where there are ones who are just like, haphazard. Just anywhere, willy-nilly, don't care who sees. They don't care. They're not trying to cover it up. And then I think that there are people like Johnny Depp who know that they have a reputation and you know what I mean? And that they can't be photographed doing that sort of thing unless they're in their own homes or wouldn't want to embarrass anybody or make anyone feel uncomfortable by their drug use. I don't know. I
think you're right about that.
I believe him on that one.
Yeah, he seems credible. I mean, who knows?
Yes.
Who knows?
What changes, if any, have you noticed in his behavior when he's under the influence of marijuana?
To be honest, a bit more relaxed, no sort of uptight. But he's not out of his head. He's perfectly functioning. I mean, you can talk about anything, any conversation you want to talk about. He's neither up nor down with that, He really isn't. He's got a very high tolerance for any substance, Johnny, I would say so, I think Jack Sparrow's more drunk than Johnny Depp.
I hope so.
And by the way, Malcolm Connolly was Johnny Depp's bodyguard for 23 years.
I see.
So they've got some history together for sure.
He's seen a lot.
Yeah. Or maybe not seen a lot. Known that things have gone on behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp, a more discreet drug user, if you will.
Yeah, and the longer this week has gone on, the worse Amber Heard has come across. I mean, it is the prosecution doing their side first.
Sure,
I mean, it's Johnny Depp's lawyers doing, so that makes sense. But I think she's probably the worst week of her life.
Yeah, probably. And she'll be taking the stand very soon.
So, yeah.
We did learn that a representative from the ACLU testified, and I think we have some audio of that.
We do.
Talking about how Amber Heard has yet to give the ACLU the $3.5 million she promised.
How much has Ms. Heard paid directly to the ACLU?
$350,000.
How much has been paid indirectly and credited to Ms. Heard?
There was $100,000 from Johnny Depp, a $500,000 payment from a donor-advised fund at Vanguard, and then there was a $350,000 payment that appears to be from a donor-advised fund at Fidelity. Total 1.3 is the amount.
And so you're thinking, well, didn't you just say 3.5? The other some of it came from Elon Musk, who she dated as soon as she broke up with Johnny Depp. It's believed that $500,000 came from Elon Musk.
Now, does that count? All right, I mean, it does. If you get the money, you get the money.
Sure.
But if, let's say, I owed you money, Katie, or I said, if we do this, I'll give you $1,000, and then I give you $100, then I am dating somebody or marry somebody, and then they give you the other $900. Isn't that kind of like I'm not really fulfilling my thing?
Yes, because I got my money.
You're happy.
So that's
but
fulfilled, but the integrity is missing.
Yes.
That you didn't pay me back. You found other ways to do it, and sure, clever, or it worked out in your favor, and the debt is filled. But I think the integrity is missing.
Yeah, I think you're right. We do have our official attorney, Lisa Lanier, on the phone. Good morning, Lisa.
Hey, good morning.
So has this been a bad week for Amber Heard and a good week for Johnny Depp, even though there's still this weird stuff comes out about him too? Oh, did we lose you?
Can you hear me? Yeah, we had a blip there, but yeah, I'm here. It continues, I think, to be a bad week for Amber Heard, but I'm still not sure that Johnny Depp is going to win. I mean, certainly Depp's lawyers have done an excellent job of showing that Heard was often the dominant aggressor in their altercations, and that she spun kind of a web of lies, and that and tried to gaslight him and all this. I mean, his lawyers have been excellent. Her lawyers, not so much. And so, but the key is, did this op-ed piece where she says she was a victim of domestic violence, even though, she's painted herself in a false light in that article. We know now that wasn't true, but that's not the same thing as proving that she made false statements about him. And that's the key is whether this sort of defamation by implication will be a thing, because it typically is not. Typically, you have to make a direct false statement about someone, and she's made false statements. She's painted herself in a false light, but she didn't mention him. And so, is that inference enough? We'll have to see. It'll be a really kind of a different ruling if that's the case. But, I mean, certainly the court of public opinion is swayed toward Depp, I think, and the judge have you seen the pictures of the judge where the judge is just over it? The judge is like, I can't wait for this trial day.
Yes.
Oh, I know.
She looks tired.
Well, and they said...
She's just tired of this.
I heard some analysis, but I want to get your opinion on it as a top 100 attorney in the country. Lisa doesn't tell us to say that. It's just true. But I just find it's amazing to me. That there's some tactical errors done by Amber Heard's attorneys when they went on and on and on with the psychologist, and the psychologist handled it so well that it actually backfired on the defense because they tried to undermine her credibility and it didn't work. Was that your take too?
Yeah. And I mean, there's just been so many missteps, and I'm really surprised. You would think Amber Heard would have, really excellent representation here, but it has not really panned out that way. And I mean, the very funny objecting to his own question.
Yes.
That
was great.
Which is like something out of a comedy. You don't object to your own question. I mean, even like first-year lawyers don't do that, and they're learning.
Right.
I mean, it's just crazy. And just, and just like the whole backfire yesterday about, well, he was urinating in the foyer, right? And, well, no, I would have remembered that. I would have remembered seeing his penis. I mean, that's kind of... right. Like, yeah, I mean, just, if you don't think the witness is going to agree with that fact, don't ask it. And it makes it look like it's a lie.
Well, and Lisa, you brought up a really great point about how you don't think that Johnny Depp is going to win this, or you don't think he could, because I've totally lost sight of what this whole court case is about. You know, the fact that Johnny Depp is suing because he thinks that he's lost work and that his reputation has been smeared and that he's not getting those jobs because of things that Amber Heard has accused him of. And that's the point. That's the ultimate goal, is to prove that. And just by watching, you know, an hour of the trial, I'm like so enthralled by hearing about their personal lives and in their inner circle that I forget why we're even doing it.
Yeah, it was like watching a movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so like watching a movie. And I do think that one thing that may come out of it, whether he wins or whether he loses, is he will have done some rehabilitation, hopefully, on his reputation. Because, you know, I think he has shown that, look, he was a victim here, at least in part, and you know, that there was a lot of mud slung his way, and people assumed they assumed he was the aggressor, and he had, I don't know if he just had bad representation in that case in Great Britain, but I mean, he lost there, and the judge said everything was absolutely seemed to be true, that when they published that he was a wife beater, you know, so he was not able to overcome. He's done a much better job in this trial of overcoming that with facts. And hopefully, you know, maybe because he has lost work. I mean, they did take him out of Pirates of the Caribbean, and you know, I mean, it's like the guy apparently he's really having financial issues over this. So I'm hoping that maybe that'll come out of it for him, if nothing else.
He really is having financial issues. Did you see his house in the Bahamas on his private
Oh,
island?
his private island
Just
house.
like living in squalor.
Yeah,
That house would look kind of weak, though.
I mean,
I was
it
like, I could afford that. Looks like an Airbnb I could afford.
did. And then you remember it's on his own private island.
And he has multiple houses on it.
Yes.
Yeah. I think either way, I think Lisa's right. He's won back. We'll see what happens next week.
We'll see what happens.
But at least people are saying, "Oh man, he had some rough things happen to him," and then I think people are more likely to be like, we forgive him.
I wonder if he has the benefit of going first, or if that's going to end up not being a benefit, because then people remember what happened last, and that will be hearing from Amber Heard and her team. I wonder how that'll affect it too.
Lisa, as a professional attorney, do you see that happening sometimes? I mean, that's the way it goes, right? Prosecution first, defense second.
Right. You know, it'll be interesting to see if they're able to. I mean, she'll definitely get her moment, you know, and it'll be interesting to see if they can tear her down. I mean, the way her attorneys have shown, you know, themselves so far, I don't know. I hope they would have to have her really prepared for cross-examination and for witnesses. And the prosecution may really tear them down if it goes the way it's been going.
And I think this has shed a light, and this is nothing against any women, but I think it has shed a light that many people don't talk about or don't think exists, is that females, women, wives, girlfriends can be abusers.
Yeah, for sure.
In our minds, we always just think, it's just the men, because men are usually more naturally aggressive.
Well, and also a lot of men don't report it because they don't want to think, I mean, stereotypical, but they don't want to say, oh, my wife is beating me up, or I'm not strong enough to handle her physically.
Or say, my wife abuses me. People are like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. His bodyguard, I think it was testifying the other day that said he would routinely have like a black eye and a busted lip and scratches all over him, and that she never had a scratch on her. You know, so it was definitely a different scenario than what we originally heard in the trial in Great Britain.
Well, she's great. Official attorney of Jared and Katie in the morning. Amber Heard should have hired her. She'd be doing a much better job.
True.
I don't think she wouldn't object to her own questions.
I don't think so.
Lisa Lanier, if you're ever injured on the job, contact her right away at hireaheavyweight.com.